Super League meetings against Dean Lance's Leeds Rhinos. And actually, what I should have said when Hudson Smith went over for the try, that was the 100th conceded by the Leeds Rhinos in Super League this year. So 100 goals for Iestyn Harris, but 100 tries shipped in by the Rhinos defence this year. Packed stadium, watching on as Henry Paul gets this second half underway. More of the same pleas from these two sides as we warm up for those playoffs, which start in a fortnight's time.
Now then, which side will become positive and which side will play safety first?
Darryl Powell's on for Leeds, just played the ball there. Here now is little Ryan Sheridan. The tackling by Brad Mackay. Could play the ball. Here is Jamie Matthew.
Always a good opportunity to get through that defence just after the restart. Not really into the kilt of things, and sometimes it's an advantage to take the gamble, keep the ball alive, try something, perhaps a set move early.
Anthony Farrell didn't take kindly to the attention from Mike Forshaw then. Little kick over the top was inventive. It almost came up for Lee Jackson, but Michael Withers got there first. Now here goes Leon Price.
Well, that was the type of thing that I was speaking of.
Oh, he offloads brilliantly. Henry Paul applies the brakes, goes around at Darryl Powell, but can't get away from Adrian Morley.
Just about to say that this is the pass from Price to Paul. But that good work from the hooker, Lee Jackson, early in the piece. He could very well have got that ball.
Here's Stuart Spruce. Morley had hold of his shirt tails. He got it away, though, to Henry Paul. They're keeping the ball alive well, the Bulls. Deacon has slid the kick through. On that far side, well, it's Michael Withers, but Leon Price, or is it...
Withers is down, but Leon
Price slipped again.
He slipped. Well, surely they would have addressed that problem at half-time. Withers is still in a lot of trouble.
That's great defence from Bradford.
But the kick from Paul Deacon would have been superb. I say would have, because Leon Price, as he tried to set off, just slipped.
And Michael Withers injured in leading the chase, as it turned out. Referee's whistle has gone. He's seen a high tackle. Just over the top from James Lowes into the chin of Jamie Matthew.
No doubt about it. Well over the top of his shoulder.
And this is Matthew again for the Leeds Rhinos. Jackson at dummy half. Farrell takes it over halfway for Leeds. Tackled by McDermott and Forshaw. Jackson again. Down the right-hand channel with Barnhill. Withers there. Brad Mackay there.
Again, pretty solid defence, and to be fair to Leeds, they have now started to shape their attack a little bit deeper. They were pretty flat in that first half. No doubt that Dean Lance has corrected that for the second stanza.
Nice little dab from Iestyn Harris. It hit the corner flag. That's it. That nullifies it.
Good tap on the 22.
It's touch and goal when it hits the flag.
A little bit too strong there from the lead skipper.
So Bradford will restart. Another set of 6 coming up here for them then. Let's get the half-time details then. Wonder if any change of footwear. Bill?
Well, we'll deal with that first, Eddie. And yeah, I think 1 or 2 players have swapped footwear at half-time because it's got very greasy. It's that time of year, the autumn creeping on and all that sort of thing. And Richie Blackmore, for one, has certainly changed. He's gone for a ripple effect on his feet. And hopefully that will give him a bit more grip because it is slippy out there, not doing Henry Paul too many problems, though. Both coaches, as you'd expect, with the scoreline this tight, playing it very cagey. Pretty pleased with what their sides have done so far. Matthew Elliott looking for a bit more discipline from his side. That's been a key word in recent days. He's pretty happy with what they've done, but doesn't want to see any more silly penalties given away and wants a bit more speed in the attack. That's really what Leeds are looking for. Dean Lance wants the defensive effort upped a little bit and wants to see a bit more go forward from his side.
Dean Lance, it was interesting, Steve, when we had our peek inside the Rhinos dressing room, as away goes Paul Sterling, and he's got some pace, this fella, and Spruce measured him up well, but there was no one in support. Now there is, it's Jackson at dummy half. He's lost it. It wasn't stolen, and it was stolen, but it was one-on-one. So it's play on, and Bradford have it back. Sterling's disputing it. Bradford ball, says Stuart Cummings.
Well pulled out there by Leon Price. Well, it was a good build-up to him there. Half the chance.
Half break from Brian McDermott now. I was just going to make the point, Steve, but when we peeked inside the Leeds dressing room, it seemed to be Damien McGrath who was dishing out the half-time team talk.
Well, sometimes it helps. Different voice, just to...
Just another view. Hudson Smith's away. Great tackle. Fabulous tackle from Francis Cummins. He's in pursuit of Peacock. Peacock's trying to drive Darryl Powell to the line.
Swinging arm there from Matthew. Peacock felt that. The referee was in a good position.
Henry Paul, great kick. Good defence from Francis Cummins again.
Under real pressure, this was a superbly weighted kick. Cummins always was going to get to it there first. Read it well, he's made a real good fist of it. Pressure for Dean Lance on his side. But what a great break yet again from Hudson Smith, score of the try in the first half.
Matthew Elliott passing yet another message down to the touchline. Yestin Harris with the dropout underneath the posts as far as halfway in Spruce. Here comes McDermott again. Ryan McDermott jumped on his back. He was substituted at Halifax last week. Just looks to see who was doing the dumping then, and it was little Ryan Sheridan and Richie Blackmore.
To be fair to Brian McDermott, when he did come off the bench in Halifax, he went through a lot of hard work in defence. I don't think I've seen a big prop forward tackle as well for many a year.
Hudson Smith played the ball. This is James Lowe. Just waiting for this match to really ignite, aren't we? It's a real wrestle at the moment between these two, and it's with Henry Paul. Big hit by Morley. Great defence from Adrian Morley. Shot out of the line.
Surely a kick into the corner.
Deakin, but it's under the post instead. Cummins is there. Safe as houses. Francis Cummins.
Took it well under a lot of pressure there from Withers. This really is a hard tussle.
It's a real battle, isn't it? Jackson does well. Gets it away to Carl Pratt. Again a slip. And a problem for Morley. Receiving treatment behind this attack. He's taken a bang in the chest as Matthew goes down 40 metres from his own line.
It's amazing when both sides really rip into each other like this, especially in defensive patterns. That when one side perhaps makes the break, scores a try, the heads may go down in the opposition, and one side could very well run away with this. Pretty tight at the moment, though.
Vicona taking on Pratt down the touchline. Pratt doing well. Played the ball then Vicona to Naylor. Henry Paul, not the best pass. It was over the top of Stuart Spruce, but it went backwards. But Bradford have discernibly lost ground here.
We'll be relieved. It wasn't a good pass either. They were pretty slow getting their defensive pattern sorted out. Maybe a little bit more running from dummy half from Jimmy Lowe's. For about 10-15 minutes in that first half, Bradford were pinpointing the first and second markers.
McDermott on halfway. Great tackle from Farrell. Last one. Kick here, surely. And there it is from Henry Paul. Deakin's onside. And the ball will skip away on this greasy surface. It's not quite got the sights and the radar set. Henry Paul
just didn't get the back spin on it. See the ball coming down. It was virtually starting to spin forward. You're going to try to get the boot right underneath so that when it leaves the foot, it's spinning backwards.
Every time we see Matthew Elliott, and you will notice alongside him is Henry's brother Robbie, and he's hopeful that Robbie Paul will be back after injury next week and then ready for the playoffs. That was touched by James Lowe, wasn't it?
No.
Yes, it was.
Was it?
Touch judge spotted it.
Yeah, not so sure. Pretty hard to see. You see better perhaps on the close-up.
Maybe not.
No, I didn't think he got a hand to it. He got a hand to it on that occasion.
Here we go, Paul.
No, I don't think he did.
He's off. As soon as he's banging, he's off now.
So Leeds have possession from the scrum. Maybe a bit fortunate to get it.
See it again from the sideline angle. It's hard to say.
Well, the touch judge was convinced and he was at ground level.
That's about what he would have been seeing.
Carl Pratt dummy half. Adrian Morley fully fit after the bang in the chest. 9.5 minutes first half gone. It's tight as a drum at Odsal. Sheridan, Powell delayed, and in the end Boyle got to him with a telling tackle. Matthew, it's Sheridan now. Good tackle from Forshaw. Adrian Morley still feeling the effects of that clout in the chest. Jackson the dummy half. Back it goes to Harris. High kick. Chases on here. Pressed underneath it. Vicona wants it. Oh, he's lucky to get away with that. He will thank Naylor.
Will he ever? Made a real meal of this Vicona. Naylor was back to support him. Just saw a little passage of play there from the little halfback Ryan Sheridan from Leeds. He really has not stamped his authority on this game. It's an amazing factor that whenever Sheridan is not controlling things out there, they do not get the combination going with Harris.
Vicona takes the next tackle. Steve, when you think the intensity that's on show here, there is nothing to choose between any of the top five. Any of that top five could go to Old Trafford and win the grand final on the 14th of October. And it will be one almighty struggle in the playoffs that begin in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks tonight will be at the start of the playoffs. And every weekend, one club will go out.
Well, I think that this game is emphasising your point, Eddie. Both sides are just like two boxers, not ready to throw the knockout punch, but frightened to death to let their guard down in case the opposition give them one. It really has been a hard tussle out there.
And only 2 points in it as Barnhill carries the battle over halfway for Leeds. 51.5 minutes of the match gone. 8-6. Just the one try. Here's Sheridan now for Leeds. Now Morley trying to go round McDermott. But McDermott and Lowe is doing well.
Just get the feeling, Eddie, that whoever scores next will control this game.
Another high kick to test Vicona. To be fair, both the number twos, Vicona for Bradford, Sterling for Leeds, have been safe so far under the high ball.
Well, apart from the mistake that Vicona did just a couple of minutes before then, but yeah, they have handled it quite well.
Paul to Deacon. Wide is Leon Price. Space for Leon Price. He's quick. So is Harris. Great defence from the Leeds captain.
It had to be as well. That could have been the turning point. And full credit to Harris. You noticed he did not go for the legs. He went pretty high. He wanted to make sure that Price couldn't offload that ball back on the inside.
And there's a problem. There's a problem here for Leeds because Adrian Morley is about to come off. There he is. He's got a bang in the sternum. And Bill Arthur's got the news on Adrian Morley.
In fact, Adrian Morley is going straight to the dressing room accompanied by the Leeds doctor. So that really is a worry for Leeds. The initial verdict was it was only a bang in the chest and he would be able to run it off. But it seems to have got worse and Morley has had to be replaced.
Big blow for Leeds with the playoffs, and let's hope it's not too serious an injury because, of course, there's the World Cup, a small matter of that to come after the grand final.
Always a problem with a guy that, like Morley, who runs upright, often uses the chest to use as a battering ram.
Harris, good ball out wide to Sterling.
Ooh, he really took that ball, Leon Price. And he managed to grab it back at the last moment.
Harris again. Here's Anthony Farrell. Farrell wheeling away. David Boyle stuck to him like glue. It's the last one. Leeds are within 9 metres. Here's Ryan Sheridan. Stab, and a good stab too. Bradford on the back foot. But Lowe's just allowed that ball to roll, put 1 foot over the dead ball line and smoothed it out of play.
Not a bad kick in the end. Everyone thought that Sheridan was going to chip into the corner. He read it well, did Jimmy Lowe's. Full control of it, as I mentioned. If the ball is still rolling, you put your foot over. There you go. I just feel that something's going to give here.
Bradford in possession. McDermott. It's a real forwards night, isn't it, so far? But that tackle from Yeston Harris was as good as anything that we've seen. And Harris will be leading the Red Dragons into the Lincoln Financial Group World Cup. Rugby League World Cup 2000 begins Saturday, October the 28th. England against Australia. We'll kick the tournament off here on Sky Sports at 6:30 from Twickenham. Information line for that and all the other details about the World Cup from the Rugby Football League. 0113 232 9111. Matches on that Saturday in Belfast and across the channel in France as well. It's a real World Cup this time, and it will be here every inch of the way on Sky Sports, believe you me. Some huge details to announce in the next few weeks, and we'll be telling you about our World Cup plans, but you won't get better served anywhere else than right here on Sky Sports. Mind you, when it comes to rugby league, that goes without saying, doesn't it?
You can see the Bradford defence still moving forward. How on earth these guys are enduring this? It really has been so tough out there. Not much room to move.
Darryl Powell, senior, is gone without it. Naylor to counter-attack. Scrambling back is Carl Pratt.
This could be the mistake that could change it.
That's the penalty.
So surely Bradford will force it right into the corner. They're taking the time about it, though. No doubt about it. You can't do that. Once you've made the tackle, you have to roll away from the area where the man in possession would try to play the ball. Well, that mistake from Keith Senior, could this be the moment?
Bradford will hope so. It's with Deacon. On it goes to Henry Paul, the runner foreshore, but again sucked in and down the middle.
Wait with me. Wait for his foot. No fences here, fellas. Come on.
Henry Paul, dummy half. Wide, Hudson Smith, who's scored the only try of the match so far. We've had 56 minutes.
Well, I mentioned the fact that Sheridan and Harris not really combining. You could probably say the same about Deacon and Henry Paul.
Here we go.
Henry Paul hasn't been seen all that much. In fact, Henry keeps going into the dummy half position.
Lowe's from dummy half to within 12 metres of the Leeds line. There's Henry Paul, switches it to Deacon. Deacon then looking for the runner. It's Peacock. That's the last one. They're 10 metres away now. Only 2 metres made that tackle. Lowe's back to Deacon again. He gets away from Sheridan. Cuts in towards the post. No, and he's put it down, David Boyle.
Would have been a forward, I'm sure.
Hand over here.
It was a delayed pass from Deacon, but yet again, the skills from this youngster. Quite outstanding. They put him under pressure. He saw the half gap. I think that perhaps would have been deemed forward anyway, but Boyle knocked on.
Paul Sterling, 98th appearance for the Rhinos, desperate for Old Trafford. He missed out in 98, and he was also left out of Murrayfield this year, Paul Sterling.
Henry, wait, Henry. And wait.
But that is Anthony Farrell, who gets to his feet and finds Jackson at dummy half. Hay onto Sheridan. Here's Darryl Powell. Powell's opened them up down the middle. Support on his inside. It's Cummins. Cummins to the line. Great lead try. Great lead try for Francis Cummins. Powell opened them up. It was the veterans break down the middle, and the fullback was in support. He's now got over 700 points for Leeds in his career, Francis Cummins, and there won't be many more valuable than that four. Cummins with a try.
Absolute superb play by Sheridan. Sheridan went across the face of the defence. Powell came on the angle, and like all good fullbacks should do, down on the middle, back on the inside. Powell the creator, but this man Sheridan sucks the defence across. You could see there, they failed to fill in. Brian McDermott, the prop forward. Stuart Spruce launched himself at Powell and allowed Cummins in. The Rhinos are roaring, yes, to their coach Dean Land. Well plotted. It split the defence.
Cummins with the try. A try here in July. He hadn't scored until that moment in the last four. And, you know, it's his 24th birthday, 2 days before Old Trafford. Wonder if that will be an omen. Leon Price was there on his birthday last year. Yestin Harris, 3 from 3. It'll be 4 from 4 in a moment. And Leeds have got the lead back again. Harris adds the extras. Cummins try, converted by Harris. It's 12-8 to the Leeds Rhinos. Cummins now 10th on the all-time Leeds try-scoring list with 137.
There's your defenders. They've been sucked across, and it leaves just a half gap back on the inside. That was well worked. He really took advantage. All the experience showing there, but what a great support piece of play from Francis Cummins. That has stunned this huge crowd here at Hotzel.
Oh, hi, it has.
It has certainly.
Well, here come Leeds again, Paul Sterling. 12-8. And, you know, we saw Dean Lance cheering the try from Francis Cummins. All these coaches in Super League these days wear their hearts on their sleeve. But, Steve-O, you have to take your hat off to Dean Lance. A dreadful, dreadful start. But since Murrayfield, really, when he lost to this lot in the cup final, he's been dipped in goal.
Certainly has. Long way to go, though, but old saying, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Certainly they're doing that. And see how it has lifted the side.
Yes, and here he is again, try-scorer Francis Cummins. It was a good little run from Iestyn Harris. But suddenly Bradford now are on the back foot. Sheridan, oh, that's inventive. Support arrives, Jackson. Sheridan's there as well. Dab to the corner, invitation for Pratt. Vicona collects, but slips yet again. Good play from Darryl Powell.
Well, talk about slick sliding away. These 2 points definitely have done that. Swinging arm there. Was this a knock on? No, it came off the boots. Well, he certainly ducked in time here. Oh, I'm not so sure. Darren Fleary might have got him.
Yeah, he clipped him on top of the head. Darren Fleary penalised. He was outstanding in defence here in July, Darren Fleary.
Well, they're going to have to dig deep now. The balls definitely came off the left foot. Justin Booker.
Anderson Ross! Darryl Powell. Well, it doesn't look like a 10-pin. Mind you, Paul Anderson doesn't look like a 10-pin goal.
Oh, he fell into that. That's what's probably saved him. This is getting a little bit nasty there. You can see Smith yet again. Well, how many players are slipping out on this surface? They had the opportunity at half-time to change their boots. Obviously, quite a few of them have failed to do that.
Here's Hudson Smith again. Bradford now trying to bowl Leeds out of it, trying to out-muscle them. It's been that sort of game, hasn't it? It's been rough and tough. Skills now to the fore. Great tackle, Harris. Great tackle by Harris on Mike Forshaw.
Picked him out, knew that Bradford were going to utilise the dummy runner.
Here's the kick again from Deacon, looking for Leon Price out wide. Price gets it, flicks it back. Picked up by Francis Cummins. Play on.
And again, we see Bradford opting for that kick in the hope that the mistake will be forthcoming, but full credit there to Leeds. I mentioned the fact that Sheridan really hadn't taken them on the defence. The first time he really did. He created the opening for Powell. Should we play on?
The ball's lost. He's not doing that. The ball was being planted. His hands are coming down.
And there were two in there, but it was just dropped by Andy Hay.
That was quite clear on the replay.
He won't have it, though.
The ball has to be stolen.
Well, this is a testing time for the Bradford side. They're going to have to dig deep.
A big stat against Andy Hay. Average handling errors this year, 1-4 tonight. Well, with a stat like that, maybe Andy Hay won't be your choice as man of the match, but who is? 09009 10-10-13. You can vote now, and the call could easily take you to the grand final night at Old Trafford on the 14th of October.
But it's amazing what a try can do, and when Cummins just launched himself underneath the Bradford post, they really have got us a peg. Enthusiasm has come back into their legs.
Talking of the grand final, two clubs on show here. Both have been to the grand final and both have lost. They know what the misery is of losing on that night. They're not even thinking about that at the moment. Only victory, and victory the key tonight. Dean Lance, Matthew Elliott, the two coaches. Little jab through. And Francis Cummins shuttles the ball over the dead ball line.
Cool and collected. Neat little chip there from Lowe's, the hooker. He really has taken to this job very well indeed. A lot of people thought perhaps in the past when he played on the wing he was peppered with the bombs and at times looked a little bit suspect, but he really has come on a bundle as in the full-back position.
Another drop out underneath the sticks, Lowe's underneath it, and he gives it to Hudson Smith.
Well, surely the Bulls will now change their tactics. It's been difficult for them to get through this Leeds defence. Rather than use brute force.
Oh, will you skill like this from Vicona? Right on cue. Tavita Vicona saw the gap and skipped his way to the line. He won't be happy with that, Dean Lance. No punching of the air there, but punching of the air on the terraces from the Bradford Bulls. Vicona's try.
Well,
Bang on cue, Steve-O.
If I can get your boot talent out of the mouth. Dear me, I said change the tactics to something special. Brute force was doing them no good at all, but
that's special.
Sure is, running across the face of the defence rather than just hitting through. Just similar to the way that Sheridan went through and created the gap for Powell. And he'll like this. Go, 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 says Robbie Paul. Pretty cool, isn't he, Matthew Elliott?
Yes, his captain isn't alongside him. Go on, T, and Tavita Vicona obliged. Formerly with Hull, came here in 1998. This is 160th game. Henry Paul has the extras. 160 games for Vicona for Bradford Bulls, and we've just seen his 113th try. What a record.
Well, you can see a little bit tired in defence. They really should have been coming up to that dotted mark. When they failed to do that, look how they hesitate. They hang back, there's the gap, and off he goes. Darren Fleary, biggest culprit of them all there, but he won't mind. The Bulls are back.
160th game in the UK for Tavita Vicona, 113 tries. Just to emphasise what a record he has got in the British game, the Tongan international. And here he comes again.
Well, that's one of the few moments, Eddie, when he's received the ball and he hasn't slipped with it. But that, as you say, was something special. And for the first time tonight, the big Oxford crowd are saying, come on, you Bull. Well, they certainly have to dig deep.
Well, now there's a penalty. Fleary. Fleary all over the top of Hudson Smith.
Stand back, there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. Back up. Back up.
And you heard the referee Stuart coming saying there's nothing going on.
There's nothing going on in there. Nothing going on.
And to be fair, there wasn't. A lot of pushing.
Yes, there's a penalty going there. The rest of the about it was called held twice. It's not my problem with all the tackles gone.
And they were messing around, and Farrell was in there. So was Fleary. And you can see that the forearm from Fleary wanted to give Jimmy Lowe's a massage. I think he did, actually.
And Jimmy Lowe's there was acting as peacemaker, pulling Darren Fleary off.
Wait for his foot.
So here we go again. And the penalty counts level. Deacon through! Deacon through! He's gone down a blind alley, though, and maybe he should have passed inside.
He should have. Never mind, maybe.
Here they come again, though, with Peacock.
That was a great opportunity, just completely wasted.
Henry Paul. Anderson's on the charge. Well, no shortage of muscle there. Lowe. Boyle. Great defence from Keith Senior. Here's Lowe's again, stabbing it for Vicona. Paul went backwards off Carl Pratt, and he was in the field of play.
Nervous times there. Neat little kick on the blind side.
Deacon doing well. Deacon doing well. Got hold of Cummins and spun him over the try line.
But what a break from Deacon. He had the man on the inside. Dean Lance knows that they've got away with that. This is a little kick into the corner. Pratt fumble, but it did go back. Good position by Stewart Cummings.
Oh, he's gone for a shallow drop out there, and it's bounced for Naylor.
Here we go.
Naylor, 20 metres away from the Leeds line, plays it to Paul. Paul then on to McDermott. They're back in dangerous territory for the Leeds Rhinos. Lowe's is the dummy half. Here now is Deacon. Deacon then to Forshaw. Forshaw offloads. Spruce! Flying tackle by Anthony Farrell. McDermott! Back it goes to nobody. Henry Paul retains possession. Flat run. Still running flat. Henry Paul. Tracked all the way by Paul Sterling.
Good welded Sterling. Pulled him, as you said, all the way to the line, and surely couldn't offload this ball. The Leeds are struggling to get back on that one line of defence. Looks like a problem there for Leon Price.
Maybe got a knee in the thigh there. Maybe this is a dead leg for Leon Price.
Well, the clock as the official. Yeah, it was. It was accidental from Sterling. I think it was.
Little dab towards the in goal! Oh, Brooke is claiming it. The referee wants to have a look.
Now, if they're running in the same direction, you can shoulder charge. But did he put the arm across the chest?
Well, he wants to check for onside, offside, and what about the grounding?
Well, he never got anywhere near to ground it, that's for sure. He was onside. No doubt about the onside section. That's fine. But we've got to find out whether Justin Brooker...
Yeah, he's a mile onside. It's now a question whether he got it down.
I think they both miss it by a mile. Or do they?
Oh! Going to be inches in this. Oh, it's on the line.
Not so sure.
Well, the crowd don't realise if the ball hits the line.
Well, I think he gets his hand on it before it goes on the line. There.
No, it's over the line.
Well, it goes forward, but if you jog it back, it won't be on the line.
It's over the line. Hey, it doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't have to have the full ball. Well, this is amazing.
Well, if we're arguing, what on earth is the video referee thinking? Mind you, there's nothing new in us arguing, but still.
Well, if you can jog it on, you can leave it freeze frame where the fingertips will be on it. He's gone for no try.
Well, I wonder, what's the decision of the referee, the video referee? You're right. Penalty kick defence. Penalty kick defence. He must have deemed then that, well, Brooker wasn't offside.
Well, what's the penalty for?
He took the Leeds player out.
Well, I thought it was the way around. I'd like to see that. Cummings is saying that he was pulled back. Well, what about... He certainly got his right arm over the shoulder. But what's Sheridan? He tries to just delay him. He stops.
Well, he pulls his arm around his neck, to be fair, and pulls him backwards.
Yeah, but wasn't that obstruction? In my mind, that Ryan Sheridan, then good on him, he's got away with it.
Harris then. For Leeds. Less than 10 to go. Hay in possession. Sinfield has returned. He had a big first half. Or first half of the first half, says Kevin Sinfield. And there he is, taking that tackle. Jackson, Sheridan, Hay. Anderson and Boyle combined.
You've got to give full credit to both these sides.
Sheridan high kick. Another tester for Vicona. Claims it again. Senior claimed him as well. Well, we know that Adrian Morley is off the field. Let's get news of his injury. Bill.
Well, Adrian Morley is out on the touchline at the moment, just jogging up and down, which is an improvement on his condition just a few minutes ago, but he still looks in a lot of pain. He got a bang in the sternum from Henry Paul's elbow when making a tackle. It's obviously loosened up a bit because he couldn't breathe when he came off. I don't think the medical staff want him to go back on, but I don't think you'd argue with Moz if he wanted to go back.
Brooker wanting to get on with it. Blackmore's all over him. Deacon.
surely that's a penalty.
This is the last, by the way. That's why the big hoof downfield from Henry Paul. And it's over the top of Cummins. He's going to run this back. Good chase.
Super kick, though. Rooker straight into it. Forshaw down low. He's run himself to a standstill as Mike Forshaw. Not just in defence, but also in attack.
Yes, he's a former Leeds man, of course, Mike Forshaw. It's the biggest game of his season, and he has become a key figure in this Bulls pack, hasn't he? And he, too, has touched goals since he's arrived at Odsal. Title 97, Grand Final last year, Challenge Cup this year. What else? 09009 10 10 13. Phone line still open for your man of the match, folks. Might have to change course, because at the moment you're looking for a bull. But with 7.5 minutes remaining, time here for Leeds to rescue this. And Harris with a crossfield kick. Underneath it, Leon Price.
A bit too far there from the lead skipper. Getting to that point now where the Rhinos have to take a few gambles. See there was no real pressure applied to Leon Price.
Here we go.
Bradford, of course, hanging on to that 2-point lead. They'll be quite happy to just drive it up in the forwards. Make sure that the kick and chase is another good one.
Henry Paul. Little slip almost deceived Keith Senior then.
No penalties.
Bradford just ahead by 2 points. Nothing in the last meeting between these two here either. Leeds won it though. The kick is from Lowe's, but straight down the throat of Cummins. White wall has arrived. 6.5 minutes to go. Well, we're getting into very dangerous waters now. If Leeds score, they could win it. If Bradford score, they could confirm their victory.
Well, it's going to be offside, Forshaw. Knock on the head. Just couldn't resist it. A little bit dazed, and it took about 5 meters. That's a huge kick.
Great kick. Leeds are back within 20 meters. Clearly. Quick play the ball. Sheridan. Farrell. McDermott stands tall with help from Anderson. Here's Sheridan. Leeds looking for the killer blow. Harris. Harris gets it away to Powell. Here now is Carl Pratt. Pratt wheels the other way. Hands it on then to Shinfield. Good tackle by Deacon. Jackson. Here's Harris. Harris has got Senior. Strength from Senior, but it took two to bring him down.
Good work also from Vicona there. Took a gamble.
Harris. Oh, he's gone without it.
Jimmy will be quite happy just to take his time with this. Hanging on grimly. Enormous kick there. A mistake. Went behind. Not a knock on, but there's no one in attendance, only James Lowe.
Now it's the Leeds' turn to defend.
Yeah, I've just slugged it out there. The question is, can Leeds get this possession?
Brooker. Oh! Cleary picked him out. Bang. Henry Paul with a big kick downfield, but Cummins is underneath it. Back come the Rhinos.
Well, really, they should just drive one in, get a forward going, or the run from the halfback.
Like that from Pratt. Halted by Lowe's and Anderson.
They've got to start throwing this ball about now. Time is against them.
4.5 to go. Jackson dummy half. Here's Sheridan. Shinfield. Shinfield's got the ball. So nearly. Cummins hauled down. Bradford funneling back on defence. It went backwards. Play on. Cleary for Leeds. Last one. Here's Harris. Harris fires a pass wide and forward.
He delayed it a fraction too long. Chance could have gone. He knows it, Dean Lance. Will they have enough time to get possession back? But in the gambling stakes now, no momentum rule came into play there. You can see Harris, as soon as he offloaded, he stopped. Got away with it if he'd been running forward. Failed to do that. This surely will be up the jumper time by the Bulls.
Well, they are ahead by 2. They don't have to take risks. 3.5. That's all that remains. Leeds will probably get another set of 6.
It's important now that Leeds do not give away a silly penalty. Get off him at the play of the ball. Keep onside. Keep squared at the play of the ball.
Lee Radford's on, and he's at halfway on the last tackle. Lowe's hammers it down the field, and that will find touch. That'll eat up a few more seconds. We're less than 3 away from the full-time siren.
Well, I know what's going through the mind of this fella, Jimmy Lowe's. Remember, he did exactly the same thing when they were in the lead against Wigan. And on the second occasion, instead of kicking for touch, he opted to go dead in goal. And from that borderline tap, of course, Wigan scored in the dying second.
But that day, Bradford were down to 11 men, 2 in the sin bin. It's 13 against 13 here, and Harris thought he was on his way, but Boyle thought otherwise. This is maybe Leeds' last throw. Jackson spins it wide to Sinfield. The Bradford balls hunting in pairs now. Jackson.
Defence, Eddie, from both sides. It's been absolutely superb.
Harris. Andy Hay. Andy Hay wrapped up by Naylor.
They've got to take the gamble. One of the Leeds players look as though they're out on their feet.
Here's Jackson. He's not. It goes wide. Lovely hands. Blackmore keeps it going. Bulls have got it back.
For the first knock on.
Knock on, first offence. First knock on by Leeds. Bradford will get the possession from the scrum. Sigh of relief for the Bulls fans, not for Dean Lance.
They took the gamble. Big play, beautiful inside pass as well from Sinfield. Sterling trying to keep the ball alive, and you can see there the message going out. If you get the chance, drive the 6. And on the last, make sure it goes into touch. It's been a hard-fought effort, this. Blackmore trying to get it away to Sterling back on the inside. There's a knock on.
So 1.25 minutes remaining.
Okay, tackle one.
Henry Paul gets to his feet. Plays it to Jimmy Lowe's. Hauled down by Harris. Inside the last minute, Anderson.
Might not be pretty, but who cares? To the Bulls fan, they know how vital these 2 points could be.
Here's David Boyle.
He'll drive one more. And will it be Lowe's? Orchestrate the kick into the touch. They've gone out wide. They're doing the right thing.
This is Brooker. That's the last. Leeds will get it back.
Jimmy surely will kick this straight in.
He's tense, isn't he, Matthew Elliott? Eating his shirt. He's not found touch. No, he has.
Oh, that was close. And I think even Jimmy Lowe's knows that was close. He intended to go into touch and it wobbled. And it bobbled. And it finally blew that half down.
Well, 10 seconds remaining. This is really Leeds' last hurrah. And the kick is charged down. It's going to be a try. Spruce. Oh, he's given the knock on.
How on earth can he do that?
Well, it was a charge down, surely. Matthew Elliott's view. The referee has blown for full time. Here's the kick from Harris.
The kick. The charge down.
That should be play on.
This should be a try. Well, this is diabolical that the referee, Stuart Cummins, has not allowed a try. He goes for the ball. It's a charge down. Well, unless they've changed the rules in the final couple of seconds, he says it's a charge down. He can't hear you in there, Matthew. He might do after.
Well, Stuart Spruce believes he's been robbed of a last-second try.
He has.
And yet again, the man in the middle is at the centre of all the controversy. Stuart Cummins blew the whistle as soon as the ball